which, first of all, if you're expecting a book reading, I'm so sorry. Next week, I promise. But we are going to be doing a Reddit video. What? We've never done one of these over here. I've actually done a couple of Reddit videos on my main, like I used to call it my main channel, but obviously this is my main channel now. But on my other channel, I used to do a lot of Reddit videos, like Am I the A-hole videos or confessions and things like that over there. And someone commented, your voice would be so good for like a Reddit Am I the A-hole video, and I was like, I've done them over there, but I've never, that's my stomach, I'm sorry, I'm so hungry. I've done them over there, but I've never thought to do them over here. So here we are. We're doing one today. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, if you guys are gonna like it. It's the same vibe, it's just whispered version, so. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So let's just get into it. I'm cozy, I'm all curled up. You can see me down here, but I got my sweats on. Get comfy and be ready to get entertained because these Reddit videos are so good. Let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna start with a shorter one, and this one says, am I the a-hole for being honest about my wife's appearance? The feminist in me wants to scream and punch this person, but we're just gonna read it. My wife, a 28-year-old female, is 27 weeks pregnant and has quite visible stretch marks on her belly. I understand that they come naturally with pregnancy, but I will admit they are a huge turn off for me, and I struggle to stay aroused when I see her. Yours come with yours, but okay. The other day, my wife told me she thinks her stretch marks look cute and asked me about my opinion. I simply said that cute isn't the word I would use, but I am glad that she accepts her body. She then asked me what do I mean, and that's when I told her that I don't think they look good, but I understand that this is what happens with pregnancy and that it is fine. She snapped at me and said, well, we don't have to have intercourse anymore while I'm pregnant then, and slammed the door. Am I the a-hole here? I simply gave my honest opinion when my wife asked me, but perhaps I should have told a white lie instead. The issue with this whole thing is not that you should have told a lie, it's that you're just a crap person and she's literally creating a human being inside of her, and you like are looking down upon her body because of that. Like, you should think that that's beautiful, you should think it's cute. Like, she's literally like wrecking her insides for you and your child that you guys conceived together, and that turns you off. You're crap. You're a crap human being. You are the a-hole, and I hope she divorces you. But anyway, let's read some of the comments. Okay, so one of the comments said, yeah, you're the a-hole, but not for being honest in this moment, for getting yourself into a situation where honesty would cost this much in the first place. You're the a-hole for choosing to create a child with a woman you don't love that deeply. Honestly, that's what it's giving. You don't really love her if you don't think she's beautiful in every stage of life. Because if her appearance changing due to her carrying your future child, a symbol of your union, is enough to turn you off, you were only into her for more shallow reasons in the first place. Sounds like what I was trying to say, but they articulated it much better. You're the a-hole, and I hope you get a divorce. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, the next one says, am I the a-hole for telling my friend she was undermining my work by having extravagant centerpieces for the bridal table at her wedding compared to guest tables, which I made centerpieces for? What, I keep saying centerpenis. Centerpieces. I'm kind of sick too, so I'm really struggling, but it's fine. Okay, wait, so let me digest what's happening. So your friend, so she made centerpieces for her friends' guest tables, but then her friend bought extravagant centerpieces for the bridal table, and she's mad about that. Okay, let's just read it. I, 26-year-old female, can make really nice floral arrangements. It's not really a business, but I have made centerpieces and arrangements for my family and friends for their events. Last year, let's call her Sadie, 23-year-old female, contacted me saying she likes my work and if I could make some centerpieces for the tables at her wedding. Sadie is my close friend's cousin, and while I've seen her around and occasionally talk to her, we're not close friends or anything. Okay, so you're not close. I said sure, and and we worked out what she wanted. Also, I asked if she wanted something for the bridal table, but she said that was already covered. She invited me to the wedding as well. So the wedding was last week. I was really happy with how all the centerpieces turned out and thought they looked great. The bridal table, however, had these really extravagant centerpieces that were stunning, and I obviously didn't make them, so I asked Sadie who did. She said she made those ones herself, but she wouldn't have time to make all the centerpieces for the table, so she asked me. I'll be honest that I felt kind of betrayed because her centerpieces were much nicer than mine, and people would ask about those and not the ones on the guest tables. I didn't say anything, but later messaged her politely. I didn't go off, that I felt she was undermining my effort by having such showy centerpieces. Sadie said she wasn't trying to undermine anything and that it was what they thought went with the decor. I said she should have been upfront about the bridal table or had the same centerpiece as the guest tables. She started getting pissed, saying there's nothing to be upfront about and I'm overstepping. So am I the a-hole? I'm just kind of pissed she was trying to overshadow my work, but she was annoyed at me for texting that. Is it your wedding, my love? Is it your wedding, girly? Like, I'm so confused why you care that much. Like, first of all, y'all aren't even close. She's a cousin of one of your friends, so like y'all aren't even close. She doesn't owe you anything. Why you pressed, babe? Why you pressed? You're the a-hole. Like, it's not your wedding. Like, get over it. But let's read some comments. It says you're the a-hole. Looks like you were clear you were doing the guest tables. That means you knew the bridal table wasn't your gig. You're bitching about being upstage at a wedding by the bride. Yeah, it's giving. I want to be the bride, but just kidding. It's really not that deep though. You're doing a lot though. Like, calm down. You're the a-hole. Next. Okay, so the next one says, would I be the a-hole if I had my friend share her wedding with me? First of all, how do you plan to do such a thing? Let's just read it. I, 28-year-old female, have a friend, a 30-year-old female who is about to have her wedding. I am a huge contributor financially to this wedding. Without me, it probably will not have been as extravagant as it will be. When I say the wedding is extravagant, I mean extravagant. I feel since I had contributed so much to the wedding, I deserve to have at least a part of it dedicated to myself. She's lost it. She's lost her mind. She's lost it. To make a long story short, I asked her if I could propose to my boyfriend at her wedding and we could sort of share the wedding together. Now she's lost it. Now she's lost it. She unexpectedly blew up at me afterward and told me now she doesn't trust me going to her wedding anymore. However, I feel like I deserve to also be celebrated at the wedding due to how much I contributed to it. I still want to do it, but with her reaction, I'm having second thoughts. I still want to be friends with her, so will I be the a-hole? What kind of question is that? What kind of... See, I don't get those people that like to do like the wedding proposals. Some people really don't have a problem with it, but I feel like a wedding day is my day. Like, no, you cannot propose at my wedding because now everybody's gonna be like congratulating you on your proposal and it's not gonna be about me and my husband. Like, I don't know, I just think that that's strange to me. And the fact that she's like, well, I put so much money into your wedding that like it should be my wedding too. Babe, nobody asked you to do that. Like, maybe she did ask you, I don't know, but like you chose to spend all that money and now you want to turn around and like make it about you. Like, you're weird. That's weird. Yes, you would be the a-hole. Please don't do such a thing. Honestly, if I was the friend, I would uninvite her because she kind of sounds like she's gonna do it anyway. So one of the comments said, you are the a-hole for giving a gift with later strings on it. It was really dumb of you to put in any money, so it would be less extravagant. So what? Why would you even? I don't even understand. Okay, anyway. Another comment said, you are the a-hole. Do you know what would have been a better idea? Use your money to contribute to a day that would actually make your partner feel special and important. Don't give a gift and then hijack a part of it for yourself. I don't demand to wear my dad's socks I bought him for Christmas when my feet get cold. It's giving poetry. No, actually, yeah, like what? You could have just used all that money to like have like a really like fancy like engagement for yourself. Like, why are you being weird, bro? Another comment said, what in the entitlement? You are the a-hole. Did you contribute this money with the intention to make the day about you? Usually people do nice things for their friends because they like them and want them to be happy. Your friendship appears very transactional. The blow up she performed was only unexpected to you. Yeah, same energy. That is so strange. If my friend ever in a million years, oh my god, I can't even, like, we wouldn't be friends, to say the least. Moving on. Okay, so this one says, am I the a-hole for expecting my boyfriend to get me off the street and let me live at his place? No comment because I need context. Anyway, I, 23-year-old female, met my boyfriend, 25-year-old male, about a month ago, and he asked me to be his girlfriend about a week after meeting. Okay, so you guys haven't been dating that long, but I digress. I felt like we were very head over heels for each other, and I started sleeping over 2 or 3 nights of the week at his place, which he was very happy to spend time with me. My actual place of residence at the time was my parents' living room after having lost my job and no longer able to pay my rent. He was aware of the situation and didn't seem to mind that I didn't have my life together at the moment. Last week, my parents and I had an argument where I stormed out of the house with my things and had everything in my car. I told my boyfriend, hoping he would let me stay at his place, but his reaction, to sum it up, was, oh, that sucks. Guess you'll have to sleep in your car. What did he eat? He kind of ate. He can't even lie. It escalated to an argument of differing values. I was expecting him to not have any issue with letting me stay at his place since I was sleeping over often anyway and had a toothbrush there already. Okay. He earns very good money and has his own place, so I didn't think it would be a big deal. I wasn't planning on being a stay-at-home nuisance forever. I'd obviously look for a job ASAP. His point of view was that 1, he'd only met me a month ago and didn't feel comfortable taking me in. 2, he didn't want to have to feed me and take care of me because he didn't sign up for that. He's so real though, you can't even be mad. And 3, he told me since I wasn't working, I'd just be a burden. Oh my god. He also said that if I didn't get my ish together, we wouldn't work out. Okay. This upset me a lot, and I told him he wasn't making me feel like he was the only there for the good times and dipped in the bad times. He said I was straight up being ridiculous to even consider that he'd take me in. He wanted nothing to do with the situation and refuses to help me anyway. In the end, he let me stay a night on the condition that I'd go back to my parents' house the next day, and to him, that was him helping me as much as he possibly could. I've noticed he's an extreme saver and a stingy person in general, but I thought it was something I could look past, and now I'm not so sure. Even my parents said he's in the wrong for not being a man and taking responsibility for his woman. What is this, like 1980s? But that might be a cultural generation opinion, I agree. Am I the a-hole for having expected him to offer me to stay at his place? This guy, he kind of ate her up. I'm not gonna lie. He was so honest with her. Most men would not have been that honest. I applaud him for that. I also think that y'all have not been dating long enough to live together, and you can't be mad at him for thinking that. Like, you guys haven't, like, living with someone and spending the night at someone's house is very different, you know? Like, you spend the night at someone's house and they're there with you, versus, like, it's, you guys have only been dating for a month. Like, you could be like a serial killer or like a thief. Like, anything could happen. Like, he doesn't know you well enough to live with you. And, like, yeah, you guys are dating, so I get why you would think that he would be like, oh my god, babe, like, you can just live with me, like, it's fine, like, I'm so sorry. But, like, in reality, when you think about it, y'all don't know each other. So I mean, I get why she would think that he would say that, but she can't be mad at him for saying no either. Like, y'all just met. But let's see what other people think. So one of the comments said, I was expecting. This is where you messed up. You didn't ask, you expected. Moving in with someone is a big deal. There are legalities. Oh my god, I'm dumb. There are legalities involved that clearly he doesn't want to commit himself to, and he doesn't have to. Sorry, but you're the a-hole here. I agree. Another comment said, even my parents said he's in the wrong for not being a man and taking responsibility for his woman. And what about them taking responsibility for their child? Good grief, this is all kinds of what the F. Look, I'm sorry for what you're going through. I really am. But I have to side with your likely ex-boyfriend on this. It's only been a month. You are jobless. You are hot-headed enough to risk homelessness after an argument, and you assume your once again likely ex-boyfriend of a month will rescue you because he makes good money. You're the a-hole. Dang, the comments be eating these people up. Oh my god. Okay, another comment said, am I the a-hole for having different cleanliness standards than my wife? This sounds like it's gonna be like a hygiene thing, and I'm just a little bit intrigued. My 35-year-old male would. My being a 35-year-old male wife who is a 33-year-old female is pregnant with twins. So he's 35 and she's 33. They made that so confusing, but we have a wonderful relationship and have been together for over 5 years. Recently, my wife seems to be taking more and more control of our surroundings as of late. She's also becoming somewhat of a neat freak where she can't stand a disorganized or unclean, according to her, house. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat of a disorganized mess and don't really care whether my living space is perfectly clean or organized. She has started doing more of the household labor and chores in order to maintain her standards and resents me for not doing my share. I tried telling her that these are her standards and not mine, and it shouldn't take away from my free time. Unfortunately, the situation blew up this morning with her calling me inconsiderate and selfish and me calling her controlling. We haven't spoken to each other since then. Honestly, I'm pretty angry about this and feel like I'm right to not want to do extra work for no reason. I also don't think I should be subjected to verbal abuse from her, and her behaving this way is out of line. I don't want to blow up my relationship, but neither do I want to capitulate on her demands. Would I be the a-hole if I stood my ground? Dude, your wife is pregnant with twins. She's pregnant with 2 of your kids at the same time. You can't take like 5 minutes and pick up a broom, bro. Like, I feel like men don't truly understand what some men, not all men, don't truly understand what having a child like entails. Like, it's so physically demanding. It's so like there's so much going on with your body, hormones. Your organs are literally pushed up into your chest. You have a whole like 10-pound human being in your uterus or your stomach or whatever. Like, the pain, the stress, the hormones, like everything going along with that is truly torture. And you can't pick up a broom, and she has 2 in there. 2. Pick up a broom and like, I bet you he's like on Fortnite or something. Okay, this one says, am I the a-hole for deleting a game from my boyfriend's PC so he won't spend any more money on it? Now, I've been seeing a lot of these pranks of girlfriends deleting like games or like players off of like their boyfriend's like gaming situations, and they get mad. Like, they get mad. I think that this is so wrong too, but let's read it. I feel like this is interesting. Okay. My boyfriend and I live together and have started to discuss getting engaged and what that would look like for us, like joint expenses and how we handle our finances. When we were living out of our individual monthly expenses, he noted money put aside for a game he plays with his brother and sister. The amount is $90 a month. Now, I can understand him putting some money on their accounts since they're both still in school, one finishing high school and one other in college. But I feel like $30 a month for him is a bit excessive, especially for a game that he's frankly too old to play, even if he does only ever play when they do. I just found out that for Christmas, they both asked for $80 worth of credits for their game and he gave it to them. To me, that's starting to get into alarming spending habits on something intangible and not holding any value. So I tried to talk to him about it, about how I don't want him to spend any more money on that game, so his brother and sister will have to earn money themselves. It's not your money, why you care so much, but I guess. My boyfriend refused and thought I was overreacting over a holiday gift since he doesn't go wild with it any other time and he pays for it out of money he sets aside for his fun and hobbies. He doesn't understand how irresponsible this is and how easily it could get out of control, and that kind of money adds up over time. He could be putting it towards saving or expenses for us. When he left for work, I deleted the game from his PC. That escalated so quickly, what the hell? I know he could just download it again, but I want him to really hear me about this. If we're going to be engaged, that means we should be smarter about our money. And if one of us has an issue with how the other is spending, it should be respected and listened to. First of all, I'm just gonna wait. Instead of talking to me when I told him what I did and why, he got upset and left the apartment without talking to me at all. He came home but thinks I'm making an issue out of nothing by doing that. I'm indirectly controlling his brother and sister and won't sleep in our room until I apologize and drop it. So I'm asking outsiders if what I did was really that bad or not. Am I the a-hole? You're so strange. I'm sorry, but you just are. It's not even like he's spending like $1,000. It's $90 a month. $90 a month really isn't that much money, and I guess it does add up or whatever, but like, it's never that deep. Like, why are you being so like strange about it? And it's not even your money. And like, I get it, you guys are talking about getting serious, but like, the level of disrespect, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. A comment said, "You are the a-hole. You have no business deleting stuff on his PC. You have no business to control his finances as long as you're financially stable. He chooses where to cut corners if he sees the need to spend less. He chooses how much he wants to spend for his hobbies. If it's gourmet cooking, matchbox cars, or games, none of your business. You decided to break his trust by getting on his property, his PC, changing the setup, and demand control over his financial decisions with an aura of righteousness. And now you whine and want support. Not going to happen. You're the a-hole." Oh my god. Honestly, he sounds like he's responsible about it. Like he budgeted it out. Like he has it in his budget, and he, you know, like it. I don't know. You're weird. You're the a-hole. Next. Okay, well, last one, and this one sounds so messy. I'm honestly kind of excited. This one says, "Am I the a-hole for telling my parents the truth about my stepsister's fiance since they now want to pay for her wedding?" Okay, let's read it and see. I, 28-year-old female, have a stepsister, Jen, 29-year-old female. Our parents got together when we were teenagers, and Jen and I never clicked. I have nothing against her, we just aren't close. From the ages of 22 to 26, I worked at my stepdad's company, and Jen worked there too, and still does. While working there, I became friendly with a colleague, Pete. Everyone in the office would joke about Pete having a crush on me, but I never saw him like that, and he never said anything, so I didn't pay much attention to the possibility. However, when I started dating my now husband, things got a bit awkward with Pete. When I quit my job, and Pete and I didn't really stay in contact, but we followed each other on social media. It was a few months later that I saw on Pete's social media that he started seeing Jen. Okay, Pete and Jen got engaged last year, and since then, my stepdad agreed to pay for the wedding. A few weeks ago, an old colleague got married, so me, Jen, and Pete and my parents were all at the wedding. Pete was a little over friendly at the reception, which I put down to alcohol. Later in the evening though, I was outside getting some air and Pete came out and basically propositioned me. Propositioned. Wait a minute, Pete, don't be messy. I made it clear I was extremely uncomfortable and went back inside. The next day, I called Jen and told her everything. She accused me of trying to ruin her relationship and said that I shouldn't make the whole situation worse by telling her dad, since I'd already done enough to sabotage her relationships. What? Okay. I agreed because I didn't feel like I had any right to continue being a spanner in the works. A week ago, I was Skyping my parents and they were talking about Jen's wedding. They were talking about Pete and my face must have changed because they immediately asked if something was wrong. I insisted it was nothing, but it turned out they'd seen Pete follow me out of the wedding and had their own theories about what he'd done to upset me, all of which were worse than what actually happened. After 20 minutes of them thinking the worst, I told them the truth. I begged them not to do anything about it since Jen and Pete worked it out, but my stepdad was livid. He called Jen and they had a huge fight and he refused to pay for the wedding or even attend. Oh my god, this messy girl. Jen has been calling and texting me and posting on social media about what a horrible person I am for ruining her wedding, and I had messages from her friends telling me how awful it was for me to tell our parents after she asked me not to. The friends are messy too, and saying how I've basically ruined Pete's career, etc. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, because Pete still works for the dad, right? Messy. I tried to explain that letting them continue assuming would have led to worse consequences, but apparently I should have just been able to hide the whole thing somehow. My friends say I did nothing wrong, but my stepdad is now not speaking to Jen, and her whole wedding has been canceled because of me, so I do feel guilty. Am I the a-hole? Honestly, no, I don't think so. The whole situation is just messy, but I feel like the parents were, she said that the parents were thinking the absolute worst of the situation, and she thought that she was doing like Pete a favor and Jen a favor by like saying, oh no, it was actually just only this, even though the only this was still sexual harassment. But she thought that she was doing them a favor by saying that it was something much worse. She was trying to help, you know, like, and in the end, like, Jen is mad at her, but I guarantee you she's still trying to date Pete. Like, you got your priorities messed up, girly pop. Like, your man is not your man. He's everybody's man. But you're worried about the wrong thing. I don't know, you're not the a-hole. These people are strange. Not these people, your stepsister is strange and her friends are strange. Let's see what the comments say though. So it says, not the a-hole, the wedding has not been canceled because of you. It's been canceled because of Pete. I doubt this is the first time Pete did this to a woman, and that's why your parents thought the worst of what happened. That's so true. This was probably the last straw. So true. Actually, so true. Yeah, messy, guys. Okay, I think that's going to be it for this little MIDA series. This was fun. Kind of stressed me out a little bit because I'm trying not to make too much noise, and I'm like active person. Like I'm always like jittering. So, but it was fun. I like this. If you enjoyed this type of video, I have more of these on my main. I keep saying my main channel, but my other channel. I have a couple of these, and they're funny. They're like my favorite videos on that channel other than my vlogs, but if you like this, you can go watch those. It's not ASMR, obviously, but they're really good. And if you enjoyed this, let me know, and maybe I'll do more of these. I don't know, I thought it was fun. I liked it. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you. And I'll see all of you in my next